Hey, what's up folks? I'm Dev, and welcome to Wayfinder. With Wayfinder releasing in early access soon, I thought it would be a good time to break down what exactly is Wayfinder and let you guys know what to expect if you decide to pick up a Founders Pack on the 15th of August. So first up, what even is Wayfinder? Well, on the official website it says, "The world of Evernoir is shattered. You must harness the power of a Wayfinder to control the chaos that has overrun your world. On every hunt and expedition into the gloom, you'll discover new locations, beasts and materials. Use them to craft new weapons and gear to awaken powerful new Wayfinders. Collect every weapon and housing item, read every book, and discover all the locations to complete your atlas and increase your mastery. Customize every play experience by stepping through a doorway of endless adventures with the help of a mysterious device known as a Gloom Dagger. Each adventure has unique modifiers and challenges you conjure and control, customizing what you hunt and gather. Wayfinders are stronger together, whether it's making new friends from world events, forming a perfect team for dangerous expeditions, or adding your apartment and its buffs to fortify a neighborhood. All of your social interactions, character and apartment progression, and explorations are tied together by the most important thread: each other." So, Wayfinder is an action RPG developed by Airship Syndicate, and it's set in the world of Evernoir. You play as a Wayfinder, an echo of a champion that has been resurrected to fight back against a dark force that has destroyed the world, the Gloom. Airship's done a great job of setting up the lore for Wayfinder, even to the extent of releasing a short animated video for their first character release, which they have said they would like to continue to do in future if possible. With the dev team's background in storytelling and comic book design, I'm excited to see what they come up with. As an action RPG, you'll be dashing, rolling, slashing and smashing enemies using your skills and quick reflexes to defeat dungeons and bosses of increasing difficulty while collecting loot, leveling up your character, and unlocking powerful weapons and wayfinders. The game can be played solo or co-op, and the dev have stated that while it is possible to play the entire game solo, there are a lot of benefits to working in a team, and it'll automatically find you a group unless you specifically choose to be solo. This is a character-based game, so rather than designing your own character and choosing a custom set of abilities, you'll be playing specific characters called Wayfinders, each with their own unique abilities and strengths. However, any Wayfinder can use any weapon, and every weapon has its own special ability. Each Wayfinder has 5 abilities, plus the special ability from their equipped weapon, 1 passive ability, 3 normal abilities, and 1 ultimate ability. These can be upgraded to have extra bonuses and perks applied to them, which further allows you to specialize your Wayfinder into a specific playstyle. The game is effectively an instance dungeon crawler in the same vein as Warframe, but Airship seems to have taken a slightly different approach. Much like Warframe, there are public lobby areas with shops and crafting locations from which you can then use the Gloom Dagger to portal into a dungeon on what Wayfinder calls expeditions into lost zones. However, to be able to access many of these locations, you'll first need to travel to its source, as the locations are also interconnected by a large shared open areas filled with quests, enemies, and other secrets, which makes the game feel like a nice blend between an MMO and a dungeon crawl. As you explore the open areas and delve into the lost zones, you'll be defeating creatures, hunting bosses, completing puzzles, all while looting better gear, crafting materials, and echoes. Echoes are going to be a large part of Wayfinder and how you build your character. Enemies drop echoes when you defeat them, and they each provide a different benefit. They come in various tiers of rarity and can provide anything from a simple stat boost to ability and playstyle altering effects. As you gain experience, not only will your Wayfinder level up, but your weapon will level up as well, and you'll be able to equip higher level gear with more space for higher tier echoes. The Wayfinder, the weapon, and each individual item can all have its own set of echoes slotted into it, and when combined together, that can completely change how a Wayfinder is played and what their strengths are. Along with open areas and expeditions, you can also go on hunts, which are isolated boss fights. Each boss is completely unique and has its own battle patterns, minion spawns, and lair effects to deal with. Defeating bosses will give you special echoes and crafting materials that can't be obtained anywhere else, and they're a big part of the end game of Wayfinder. Airship's chosen a very stylized look for Wayfinder, which I think gives it a timeless appeal. It blends both steampunk and fantasy to create its own unique aetherpunk style. Each of the Wayfinders has its own personality and vibe, and they stand out from each other a lot, both in look and how they feel to play. There will also be a lot of customization available for each of the Wayfinders so that you could have a full lobby of Wingraves together and they could all look completely different. You can even swap and paint individual cosmetics from different sets to really create and customize your own look. So the way that Wayfinder scales and progresses into the end game and the plans they have for it going forward make me very excited for the future. First of all, as you defeat lost zones, you can then try them again at higher tiers of difficulty, which not only increases the number and the difficulty of the enemies, but also their variety and the strategies they use. Then you add on top of that, the imbuement system. This allows you to infuse your Gloom Dagger with certain imbuements that can be looted from the dungeons and other places. These imbuements add extra effects to the zone, from exploding toxic mushrooms that can make enemies poisonous, to piles of gold that increase the amount of damage you take. Once you've leveled up, you can even start combining multiples of these imbuements together to change up the zone even more. When you add imbuements to a zone, not only does it increase the difficulty of the zone, but it also changes what types of materials drop and what types of creatures can be found. The devs have also stated that adding certain secret combinations to hunts will completely change the boss and its mechanics, but they've kept those combinations a secret for the community to figure out after the game is launched. Looking forward, Airship will be releasing content in a seasonal format, with every new season bringing new zones, bosses, items, and a new Wayfinder, as well as progression to the overall story, which I am very much looking forward to. Airship so far have shown themselves to be a very dedicated and open development team, and personally I have a lot of faith in them being able to bring out a solid game. I get the impression from all the dev streams and the interactions with them on the Discord that they're very passionate about not only Wayfinder but gaming in general. They're working together with DE, the developers of Warframe, who have over a decade of experience with a game that is well known for having one of the fairest free-to-play models, as well as being developed by one of the most transparent and approachable dev teams. Airship have been very clear on stating the fact that Wayfinder will be free to play and not pay to win, and so far they've demonstrated that they're 100% going to be sticking to that. Even down to their battle pass, which not only have they turned into its own little mini game where you explore a tile set based on that season's character and unlock cosmetics along the way, but once you purchased a battle pass for a season, it's yours forever. So you could buy a battle pass and then not play the game for 6 months, come back, reactivate the battle pass and continue to unlock its cosmetics. This is one of those things that makes so much sense, it makes you think, why aren't all battle passes like that? The game is cross-platform and cross-progression, and looking at their roadmap, they have a lot of amazing stuff planned for the upcoming season, including updates to housing, events, new pets, new mounts, and other traversal mechanics such as the hookshot. I also think the Founders Packs are fairly priced and they're upgradable all the way up to release, when the game is going to be free to play. I will be going over the Founders Packs and Early Access release in another video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And that's pretty much Wayfinder in a nutshell. I'll be releasing a lot of Wayfinder videos on this channel, including full character breakdowns, dev update coverage, and various guides. So if you like the video, don't forget to give it a like and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an upload. And let me know in the comments, what kind of Wayfinder videos would you like to see? I'll be streaming Wayfinder almost daily at twitch.tv/thedevolution, where I also stream D&D every Sunday. And if you miss a stream, I upload all my streams to dev.arcade, so you can always catch them there, but all my links are in the description. See ya!